Hello, friends and fellow collectors. I hope that you have been anticipating this model as much as I have. I'm very, very excited that it's here and that I have the opportunity to add it to my collection. This is the 148 scale CCM, or Classic Construction Models, Caterpillar 6090 FS mining shovel in mine white. This is the second release for this model. The first one was the standard cat black and yellow a handful of years or so ago, and that model, if again, if you're not familiar, is very highly sought after and sold out very quickly, and I anticipate the same for this model. So before we take a closer look at the model's details and features, allow me to read you the information about the real Cat 6090. The Cat 6090 is designed to operate reliably in some of the most demanding mining applications. It realizes faster cycle times with greater control, resulting in an increase in productivity with a lower cost per ton. Power for this gigantic machine comes from the two Cummins QSK60 diesel engines producing 4,500 net horsepower, or alternatively, an electric version is available for applications which don't require as much portability. With a bucket capacity of 68 cubic yards, delivering a payload of 103 tons per pass, the 6090 FS is perfectly paired with a number of Cat mining trucks to provide optimal pass match pairings, maximizing the volume of material moved throughout the shift. The rugged front shovel attachment, utilizing the tri-power system with its unique boom design that employs rotatable triangular rockers, generates greater mechanical leverage and control. Providing superior digging capacity and bucket fill factors, faster cycle times can be achieved with an increased effective lifting force. The constant boom momentum, coupled with automatic constant bucket angle and rollback limiter, keeps lifting speeds constant while preventing material spillage, both during lifting and when the bucket is at maximum height. Utilizing an improved pump managing system improves machine control and component life while reducing fuel consumption and noise emissions through constant evaluation of engine and hydraulic performance, adjusting pump output accordingly to current conditions. The closed loop swing circuit further improves machine efficiently with the energy recovery capability, feeding kinetic energy captured during the swing motion into the system during deceleration. Energy is saved during deceleration because braking occurs via counteracting controls as opposed to throttle used in an open circuit swing system. Energy is also saved during acceleration via torque control, providing a pressure balance valve that controls the swing pump against pressure in the closed loop system. Incorporated technologies such as the Caterpillar MineStar system supply real-time fleet tracking, high-precision terrain management, and enhanced site safety detection with in-cab display. Providing detailed troubleshooting and diagnostic capabilities, the hydraulic mining shovel monitoring and detection system in place allows for the earliest possible detection of faults and allows for timely maintenance planning and repairs. So there you go. That's all the information you wanted to know about the real vehicle. Now, finally, let's talk a little bit about the model. So as I said during the introduction, this is a 148 scale die-cast scale model replica of the Cat 6090 FS hydraulic mining shovel in mining white. 609 of these were made, and they were released in late September 2023. The model dimensions include a length of 18 inches, a width of 8 inches, and a height of 8 inches. The model is very, very heavy. I do not have a scale here to measure it, but I can tell you that definitely it is very heavy. So, some of the features, and I'll cover some of them as we go over the functionality aspect, but I want to read them all off to you to answer any of your questions. It does have a positionable boom stick and bucket, radiators that are visible through the side and back of the machine, functional, rotatable, triangular rockers, individually linked free rolling tracks, opening cab door, detailed instrumentation, joystick controls, warning and safety labels, and plenty of fire suppression bottles. Other details include lights and mirrors, grab and handrails, maintenance access points, maintenance platforms, and functional access stairways. All right, that's the overview of the real machine and an overview of the model. We will pause momentarily. When we come back, we'll take a look at the model up close and personal. All right, folks, welcome back. The only way to accurately show you all of the detail pieces, at least on top, is to carry the camera like this and not have it setting on a stand. So I will do my very best to not make all of you dizzy. But anyway, let's get started. So we are on top of the machine right now. All of these red tanks are fire suppression equipment. You can see various hydraulic detail and hoses. Over here is a crane with the different controls. There's even some warning labels on it if the camera could focus in on it. That's pretty impressive. Moving back to the rear, here's where you can see the large fans that are visible. You can see each of them, one on each side. And of course the Cat logo and the access stairs, which you'll see up close and personal here momentarily. If you look over here, I mentioned that it has several opening doors, so here's one of the opening doors for the cab. And there's one on the corresponding side as well. And it just closes up like that. Here is the immense amount of hydraulic line details going all the way up the boom. The connection points are highlighted in silver, and you can see the walkway has anti-slip texturing pattern all throughout, which again is extremely impressive. Finally, at least for the back end, you can see the large exhaust stacks that exit at the rear of the motors. And again, those are highlighted in some silver paint, and they actually do have holes in them that are painted in black. All right, for some more details and decals, you can see Cat 6090 FS. You'll notice that it is the Power Stripe and not the most recent, which I prefer. So that was a good decision on CCM, in my opinion. Also, you'll notice the track frames and the tracks are different from those that were on the 6090, the yellow and black one. And quite honestly, that was the biggest complaint with a lot of collectors was the way the tracks and the tracks frame, etc., looked. This one, in my opinion anyway, looks much better. Various access stairways. This one can fold down, as you saw, or fold up and out of service. The handrails are all metal. You have a reflective surface on the mirror. Let's spin this a little bit towards you. As with every part of a machine of this size, one of the more impressive features is the bucket and the teeth. You can see that this is a 6-tooth front shovel bucket. You can see the interior of it. You can honestly probably fit a couple 150 scale skid steer loaders inside the bucket of this machine with ease, so that just gives you an idea of just how big it actually is. As we swing the machine around to its right side, there's more impressive venting with fans inside. Again, if I zoom in, you can see some of these fans. Zooming back out, we can see another Cat 6090 FS logo, another warning label, another staircase, which does descend and ascend if you want to get it out of the way, and you can also fold it down like that. Just be a little bit careful when you do so. For those that would like to see the tracks up close, because everything is black, it is hard to see, but you can see a little bit better once it's zoomed in, the different trackpad detail. Machine's far too heavy, there's too much risk involved, so I'm not going to show you the chassis of the machine or flip it on its side. You can do that at your own discretion if you purchase one. But that will give you a gist of the decals and details. When we come back, I'll show you some of the functionality. Okay, before functionality, I want to show you this real quick. This is the reprint brochure that comes with your model. As with all of my new purchase direct from CCM models, I am fortunate enough to have number 53 out of however many are made. Again, that is a number with great personal significance to me, so that's why I request that number. But here you can see some information about the real one, attested by Grant. And again, here's your serial number and a picture of the model. On the back, there's some more information, as you can see here. All right, enough of that. Let's look at the functionality. I already showed you the various stairs that descend and ascend and fold up, etc., etc. I showed you some of the opening doors. Another working piece, if you're careful, is this crane here, which you can spin around. Again, be very, very careful. The tracks also move. You can see how they're moving here. There's enough weight and heft to them that they will roll very, very well. Okay, how about the functionality of our front shovel here? Well, just like the yellow 6090, if you're familiar, you get an Allen key, or an Allen wrench, that comes with your model. And if we swing over here, this will be a much better way to demonstrate this. Again, hard to see on camera, but there's a hole right here. Let's see if we can pick it up better if we zoom in. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. There's a hole right there. So you put your Allen key in there, and you can lock, essentially, the boom in an upright position to mimic loading a truck. So that's what I'm going to do right now. When we come back, you'll see that pose, as well as what this looks like loading in a 797 mining truck. All right, folks, welcome back. Here you can clearly see, again, come along with me on a little bit of a fantastic journey. Here you can see a Norscot Caterpillar 797F mining truck paired with the CCM 6090, and you can see the two make an incredible display pairing, and they work very well together. So that'll bring this episode of Diecast Emporium to a close. Basically, here's what you need to know. The CCM Caterpillar 6090 face shovel or mining shovel in white is a fantastic detail, very extremely high detailed, very functional, and model that will certainly cause any discussion, even when you have friends or family that visit you at home and they have no interest in scale models. This is an attention getter and certainly a conversation starter. The models are not cheap. At the time that I am filming this video, I do not know with 100% certainty if CCM has any left in stock. I'm sure some of CCM's dealers do, so check with them for pricing and availability. Don't wait on this model. If you want one, pick it up. And that's why I always like to tell people, CCM announces their models months, sometimes years in advance. You can always place a pre-order directly with them. You are not charged for the model until the model reaches CCM's warehouse and is ready to be distributed. So you can still place a pre-order without having to pay for it. So again, that's information perhaps for some of the new collectors if they're not familiar how it works. Long story short, honor and a privilege to have this in my collection. It certainly was worth the wait. I absolutely love it, and hopefully we may possibly see some more 1/48 scale new CCM models coming down the pipeline. Time will tell. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, take care, be well. I'll see you in the next review.